Welcome to the 6 pillars required for massive success in your work. Hi, I'm James Robert Elliott. I love working with business owners and business leaders to help them double, triple their income, propel them, and rocket them, in fact, towards their massive success in what they do. Being able to lead, inspire, effectively having people say yes to them versus no, choosing them over other people, and having you win and be wildly successful. Let's get started. This is the 6 success pillars to massive success in your business. Number one is mastering the art of persuasion and influence authentically. If you're not able to be authentic and be real with people at work, well, people are going to tell you no. You're not going to have people following you, leading with you, and wanting to follow your lead, see your vision. It is an absolute must to be highly influential and persuasive, persuading people to work with you, persuading people to choose you versus someone else, persuading someone to say yes to you versus all the no's or the excuses you may be getting. So that's number one. Be wildly influential and persuasive. There's 7 principles to do that. We don't have time for all of them on this call. However, some of them are giving. Givers gain. As Ivan Misner from Business Networks International says, givers gain. A giver will gain. You give something to someone, they'll feel like they need to reciprocate in return. Givers gain. So it's important to be influential. You need to be able to move people, get people off a rock and move people, whether it's customers, whether it's your team, whether it's other leadership, business partners, whoever it is. Your vendors even, you need to be able to move people, get them moving in the right direction and follow your lead, support you in your vision. And this is so important. Being influential and persuasive is one of the biggest and most important traits and keys to success. That's why it's the first pillar to massive success. You need to be able to influence people, to have them want to reciprocate to you, have them like you, have them trust you. This is all required for this. Otherwise, they're going to tell you no. It's going to be hard, it's going to be challenging, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle, fighting a losing battle, in fact, with people. So it needs to be something that's on your radar, seeking to be influential, persuasive. Having people know you, like you, and trust you, really want to give the best for you, really want to support you and empower you, in fact, lift you up. No one achieves massive success all on their own, right? We have teams, we have other people championing us, supporting us, and that's what you will create when you're wildly influential, persuasive, and you're able to be authentic with people. You're able to be real with people. So many people are so worried about what people think about us. They're not able to be real. They're not able to shout out what they say. They're not able to say what they mean, not to deliver what they mean with confidence. They're not able to stand up for themselves. Or maybe it's trouble communicating. Maybe it's trouble contributing because they think their idea will be perceived as dumb. They'll think they'll be perceived as dumb. Perhaps it'll make people not like them. So this virus, if you will, of wanting to be liked and being afraid what people think about us is a massive detriment to our ability to be influential and persuasive. And we really need to stop worrying about what people think about us if you're going to be massive successfully in your business, in your work, in your life, in your leadership. You want to be massively successful? Take the helm of the ship, take the wheel of the ship and steer it in the direction where you feel it's the best way to go. And ignore the haters, yet also embrace the haters. Ignore the haters, embrace the haters. Otherwise, you're always going to be wondering what people think of you. Your actions and behaviors will be couched and limited by what they think of you, what they feel from you. Are they going to approve what you do, what you say? Are they going to disapprove of what you think, what you say? That is no way to be influential. That is a way to be just like everyone else, to hide your gifts, to be like everyone else, to be vanilla, and avoid being unique, avoid having people see your strengths and your unique abilities, why you're different, and avoid people seeing why they should choose you, right? So mastering the art of persuasion, influence, and authentically influencing people, persuading people to follow your lead, follow your vision is going to be the number one key, the number one pillar here that makes you successful in life. And you do that by contributing, by supporting, by helping, by being seen everywhere, by giving, by asking people how you can support them, genuinely wanting to help people, wanting to support others, and by genuinely wanting other people to win and helping them win. Then in return, they will support you and help you win as well. I promise it will come back to you. So that is mastering the art of persuasion and influence. It's something I talk about in my courses and my trainings because it is one of the most important things that you need to do. So that is what you need to do. And that are some ways to do that for you. Just some initial ways in this training, as it's a brief training on how to do that. Give, support, aim to help people, ask how to help, ask how you can do more, ask how you can do better, or just take it upon yourself. Take responsibility for what you want to create. In fact, there's a great definition of true leadership I love, and it's what I said. It's true leadership is taking responsibility for what you want to have happen. There's no blame, there's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no victim, there's no complaining. It's simply taking responsibility for what you want to have happen, what you want to occur, even if it's not within your responsibility. Even if you have to delegate. It doesn't mean you have to do it all yourself. You may have to delegate, yet take responsibility for that to get done. Whether you're a business leader or business owner, whatever you want, to take that responsibility for it to be completed. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it all yourself. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Number two, pillar number 2, here we go, is upgrading your brain, upgrading your software in your brain. Our brains, I don't care what anyone says, are the most powerful supercomputer in the world, the most powerful supercomputer that will ever be built. Nothing will be quite like it. No AI will be able to replicate our brains. Now, there's a problem though. Our brains have been programmed, you've been programmed since your birth negatively with who you should be, who you shouldn't be, what's possible, what's not possible, what you have to do, what you can't do, what's good and bad, right or wrong, right? And this limits us. Our behaviors, our thoughts, our actions or inactions, and in behaviors or lack of behaviors are all influenced by this programming. So what do? We need to upgrade our brain. That's why part of my courses, a large part in fact, is upgrading our brain, deleting what doesn't work, deleting the beliefs that no longer work with us, the behaviors, the bad habits, the actions that no longer serve us. And upgrading your brain, creating new beliefs, new realities for you, being able to see things you didn't see before and believe that something is possible, believe that it's doable. And stopping any sabotaging behavior, any limiting behavior, whether it's shutting up, shutting down, whether it's being overreactive versus being responsive, whether it's being triggered, whatever it needs to be, however you need to shift, we need to make a massive upgrade to all of our brains in order to be wildly successful. And that's why it's pillar number 2. I love doing this. It's one of the most rewarding parts of my course. We're able to remove blocks, fears, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, the things that get in our way, the I can't because, all those beliefs in our brain, the little monkey on your shoulder or the devil on your back that says things to you, that nasty roommate in your head that tells you you're not good enough or you can't, it's not possible, it'll never work, they won't like you, they won't support you, whatever that is, whatever that voice is, we need to shut that up fast and effectively. We need to upgrade, like I said, that programming to get you where you want to go and give you the new programs to give you the new success in your life. That's why upgrading your brain and letting go of all the stuff that is bothering you and looking at that, looking at all the stuff instead of ignoring it, looking at all the stuff we've collected from life, all the things people did to us or didn't do for us, told us we could be, we couldn't be, who we had to be, who we were not able to be. That's important, and that's pillar number 2. Upgrade your brain, upgrade the software, look at what's not working, change what's not working. And we do that using some kick-ass tools. It's a lot of fun, it's very powerful, and it will literally unleash your potential right there on the spot. In fact, people have said to me, James, I feel lighter now after this process. I feel like anything is possible after this process. I feel calm and peaceful after this process. James, I feel so powerful now. I feel like anything is possible. And I say to them, well, it always was. It's just you needed that software upgrade, right? Whether it's your computer and need that software upgrade to perform at a whole new level, to run certain programs, to have certain capabilities and abilities. It's just like your brain. It needs an upgrade, and that will lead you to massive success. That's why it's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is focus. Be aware of what you focus on. Are you focusing on all the things you don't want? Complaining, victim mentality, it's not my fault, or maybe you're shaming yourself, or you're guilting yourself for other people. Are you taking responsibility? Or are you focusing on the things you don't want and complaining about that versus focusing on the things and turning around and facing the things you do want, focusing what you want. I want wild success. I want massive success. I want to be rich. I want to be successful, happy, healthy, wealthy, whatever it is. Or are you focusing on, oh, why me? Or why is this happening to me? In fact, asking why me is one of the biggest questions you can have to lead you down the victim hole, if you will, the rabbit hole of the victim. Why me? Why is this happening to me? And looking at all the stuff you don't want. I don't want to be sick anymore. I don't want to be broke anymore. I don't want to be fat anymore. All these things, right? We need to again turn and look towards all the things we do want. Who do I need to be? Ask you these who questions, the who and what questions and the how questions. Who do I need to be wildly successful? Who do I need to be fit and energetic and happy? Who do I need to be helping other people? To be a leader, a business owner, someone that helps people and makes a massive difference, is highly rewarded and highly compensated. Who do I need to be? What do I need to do? How do I need to do it? In this course, I'm hoping will give you some of that how. And my work, that is my life's work. That is how I help people, is I give them the how. I teach you how to get there and help you master these 6 success principles for a massive success in business. So again, we need to focus on what we want. Your brain is highly programmable, like I said. So you get what you focus on. You ever bought a shoes or a car or a wallet or a purse or a shirt or something, or a gadget, and then all of a sudden you notice, wow, everyone has this thing. Everyone has this. Did everyone run out and see that you bought it and they got it too? No, probably not. Maybe, but probably not. What happens is your brain is then focusing on and paying attention to that. You committed to it. You bought it because your brain is now primed and paid attention. It's called priming. It's primed and paying attention to looking out for other things that are similar to that are like that. Whether it's, again, a purse or shoes or a car or a wallet or a phone, whatever it is. So we can also do that with our thoughts. And that's why instead of focusing on what we don't want, you want to program your own brain and focus on what you do want. I want to be rich, healthy, happy, wealthy, powerful, all these amazing things. And then who do I need to be to get there? What do I need to do to get there? How can I do that? So we help you with the what, we help you with the how, and we help you with the who. And often it's hiring the right people, working with the right people to get you there and support you on your journey to massive success. So that's pillar number 3. You need to focus on what you want, because your focus determines your results. Your focus determines your behavior. In fact, your behavior determines your results. You get what you focus on most. I ask you, what are you focusing on most? What is going on most in your head? Are you grateful for what you have? And are you grateful for what's coming? Are you focusing on all those things you want? Or are you frequently frustrated and perturbed and bothered by what you're not having, the things that are not working well? What are you focusing on most of your day? People have 66 to 86,000 thoughts a day on average. And most of them are negative unless we pay attention, unless we are aware. I want to give you that awareness, the ability to pay attention and stop those negative thoughts and change them, transform them into positive thoughts, positive focus, which is going to lead you to success. Remember, focus determines behavior, behavior determines results. And it's your overall intention that helps you determine that focus. So that is pillar number 3, focus on what you want. Next pillar number 4 is take action. Nothing happens without action. We can focus all we want. We can be as influential as we want. If we're not doing action, we're not taking big actions, even risky actions, of course, calculated risks, right? Things that make us feel uncomfortable. If we're not doing that, we're not going to win. Your success is right on the other side of your comfort zone. And your degree of success is also determined by your ability to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I'll say that again. Your degree of success in your work is largely determined by your comfort level of being uncomfortable and being comfortable with uncertainty. Most people wait and hope most of their lives, honestly, for certainty, to be sure of something, to be ready for something, for it to be the right time. If it's in front of you, you are ready. That's why the universe put it in front of you. In its infinite wisdom, the universe would not put something in front of you if you were not ready for it. It's in front of you because you are ready. And a lot of people push it off. I'm not ready yet, or I'm too young, or I'm too old, or I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that. They're not being resourceful. And being resourceful is a key to taking action. Think about this. The most successful people in the world weren't always the most resourceful, didn't always have the most resources. They became resourceful even though they lacked the resources. Whether it's Oprah you're looking at, whether it's Colonel Sanders of KFC, whether it's Tony Robbins, whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Sir Richard Branson, whether it's Arianna Huffington. A lot of these people didn't have a lot of resources or money growing up. Often they came from poor families or just families getting by. Now they have massive, massive success. And it's not because of the resources they had. It was their ability to be resourceful. Be resourceful. And their ability to take action and find a way to make it happen no matter what. Be resourceful. There is no impossibility. Right? Even Breakfast at Tiffany's lady, Audrey Hepburn, says, impossible is nothing. There's no such thing as impossible. Even the word itself, if you split it in two, says I'm possible. Impossible says I'm possible. Right? So this is the key thing. We need to focus on what we want, and then we need to take action. And this is pillar number 4. We need to take action. Massive action towards our success. Nothing happens without action. In fact, inaction is the biggest way to lose. Inaction is the biggest way to fail because you fail by default. If you take action, move towards what you want, you'll learn. I promise you'll learn one way or another. You're going to learn that worked or that didn't work. I need to do this next time versus do that. I promise you the only way to fail is to quit or not act at all because you fail by default. You fail by default because you never get what you want. You never get to where you want. If you're so afraid to fail, you fail by default. So we need to take action. That's why taking action is massive success pillar number 4. And I love teaching tools to help you get there. Sir Richard Branson, I love this man. He says, screw it, let's do it. And that's a great mantra to live in order to take action. Justin Sterling says, F it, and let's do it. Right? Whatever your mantra is, or Phil Knight of Nike, just do it. Whatever your mantra is, just do it and take action towards what you want. Scared as hell, do it anyways. Action will lead you to success one way or another. You'll zig, you'll zag to get there. Maybe that didn't work, let me try this next time. That worked okay, let me test it this way to see if it gets even better. Or well, that didn't work at all. Now I know, what do I need to do differently? Who do I need to ask and get consulting, get help from? And how can I make this successful? How do I make this successful if this didn't work? Or maybe it did work and it's a wild success. Or it's a moderate success and you need to test and take more action to get it to a massive success. That's why taking action is such a powerful key. And most people honestly don't do it. That's why 5% of the world, usually statistically 5% achieves what they want in life. Most people are avoiding taking action. Action, it is of paramount importance. Next pillar. Pillar number 5 is being okay with risk and failure, and building on the point I just shared with you. It's okay to take risk. It's okay to fail at things we're moving towards, at things we want in our life, right? Throwing all your money in the air may not be the best risk. Gambling on number 7 may not be the best risk, right? Giving all your money to someone that says they'll make you 10 times your money in a week may not be the best risk, may not be your best bet, so to speak. However, we need to be okay with risk. Life is a risk. Walking is a risk. Driving is a risk. Going into work is a risk. Even eating, I suppose, is a risk. You could choke, right? So life is a risk. Embrace the risk. Embrace the risk that life is, and take risks. Take calculated risks, of course. Take calculated risks. And my best advice, is to follow your intuition. Follow your intuition and follow your heart versus following your head. Your head will try to talk you out of all kinds of things. It'll give you all kinds of logical things why not to do it, excuses why not to take action, why not to invest. And this is often what causes people not to take action. The previous point, right? Our brain is so analytical and wants to be logical. It wants to avoid fear, avoid risk, avoid failure. But that's not how success works. There is risk, there is failure, and there's walking through fear. In fact, your wild success, your massive success is right on the other side of your biggest fear. So fear, false evidence appearing real, is one of the keys to be aware of. Fear is not real. Our brains are making it up, right? There is another acronym for fear. It's F everything and run, right? Or just forget everything and run. Run towards it. Run towards the fear. Forget everything and run towards what you're scared of. Or face everything and rise. One of my favorite definitions, if you will, of fear. Face everything and rise. F-E-A-R. Face it. Go towards it. You want certainty in your life? Create it. Face your fears, take action, create the life you want, create the success you want, create the work you want. Be who you've always wanted to be. So embrace that. Embrace risk and failure. Be okay with risk and failure. No failure, no pain, no gain, right? Be okay with it. Take action. You'll fail your way to your success. In fact, there's a good book written called Success Starts with Failure. I want you to be aware of that. So that is the fifth pillar. Be okay with risk and failure, right? All the most successful people in the world, when asked, what's made you so successful? Why are you so much more successful, more wealthy, more well-known, more influential than others? And they usually often respond with, well, I just failed more. I've learned more. They often say I've read more books and taken more courses as well. They've done more education. And they say, well, I've taken more action. I've failed more. I've learned more. Fail forward, fail fast so you learn. Fail often so you learn. Right? It's like riding a bike. You didn't get on the bike and just start going, or it's like walking. We didn't start walking one day and we're off to the races. It resulted in a lot of falling. Following people around and falling people around, right? So it's like walking. We fail our way to success. It's a lot of things in life. Take action. Okay, how do I make that better? Take another action. How do I make that even better? Take action. How do I make that even better? Or take action. That didn't work at all. What do I need to do differently? Who do I need to become? Who do I need to ask and seek for help? And how do I get there? Number 6, last one, the 6th pillar to massive success in your work. Well, this one is an easy one. It's never give up, ever. Again, the only way you fail is by failure, and failing by default by not acting, right? So never, ever, ever give up. Look at Sir Richard Branson. He asked hundreds of banks to form Virgin Atlantic for a loan. He had hundreds of banks tell him no. If he had given up after the first 100 or two, Virgin Atlantic would not exist. He would not be a billionaire. Arianna Huffington, all her struggles and being told no, her challenges, so she started her own post, her own newspaper, the Huffington Post. She started her own after being told no umpteen times. Oprah as well. Oprah, coming from the wrong side of the tracks, being told no, being told you can't do this, it's not possible, started her own show, founded her own magazine, right? Being resourceful and being told no many, many, many times. Thomas Edison, of course, the inventor of the light bulb, the working modern light bulb. He failed thousands of times. As he said, I didn't fail, I just discovered thousands of ways how not to build a working light bulb. All these people, even the Wright brothers, that built the first flying airplane. They invented the flying airplane, right? It's all about never giving up. And it's also about, like I said earlier, upgrading your brain. Here's an interesting fact. A year before the Wright brothers got their first plane to fly, Wilbur Wright said, man will not fly for 1,000 years. It's impossible. Man will never fly for thousands and thousands of years. And the reason for that is they were following conventional wisdom, conventional research, conventional information about flight and about flying. So what they did is they upgraded their brain, which is pillar number 2. They upgraded their brain, pillar number 2, and they changed their way of thinking. They stopped listening to what was the conventional wisdom, what was possible and impossible, what would work, what wouldn't work. And they did their own research, they did their own thinking. They totally changed their paradigm of what was possible, what wasn't possible. And within a year, they had a working flying airplane. So again, upgrade your brain and never, ever, ever give up. Again, the Wright brothers crashed lots of airplanes on the journey to their success. You only fail by default if you don't act and if you quit, if you give up. So never, ever, ever give up. It's on the raw, it's just literally right there. It's right on the other side of your fear is your massive success. You may have also heard a story about a bunch of miners who are digging for gold up in Alaska. Digging for gold, they'd heard that there was tons of gold there. They were digging for gold. They didn't find much. Kept digging until one day they gave up. They said, there's no gold here. They sold it to a local prospector who knew better. They sold all their equipment for cheap and abandoned the mine. And the local prospector, a few days later, went and started mining, started digging, started looking for the gold. And only 10 feet away, that's why this story is called 10 feet from gold, only 10 feet away from where those original prospectors and miners gave up, he found one of the biggest seams of gold in history, in the world. So that is your 5 pillars. massive success. And the bonus sixth pillar of be influential, be persuasive. Master the art of persuasion and influence. Right? Master the art of persuasion and influence. And upgrade your brain. Focus on what you want. Be okay with risk and failure and never, ever, ever give up. If you'd like to learn how to do some of these, how to be who you want to be, and what you need to do to achieve these, feel free to click the link below, book a call with me. I would love to be part of your journey. Let's click the link below and have a conversation. We'll have a discovery call, seeing if I'm the right fit for you and seeing if you're the right fit for me as well. Let's create a plan for you, create a strategy, come up with a strategy for you to create your wild success using these 6 success pillars. Click the link below. I'll see you on the other side. Because what's at risk? Doing things the way they've been doing, getting what you've always been getting. You have this information now. You have these 6 pillars. Now you could try doing this all on your own, or since it hasn't been working for you and you haven't been getting there the past number of years, why don't you call me instead? Let's develop a plan for you. Let's have a plan. Let's have a conversation. Happy to give you some of my time because I absolutely love what I do. If it hasn't been working for you for years and doing it all on your own hasn't been working, let's have a conversation. I have some amazing tools, amazing courses, amazing strategies that I would love to share with you to have you double, triple your income, get past all the no's, start hearing yes all over the place, be wildly successful, end the overwhelm, end the burnout, minimize fear, minimize stress, minimize worry, and minimize failure and maximize your success because you're doing what you need to do. You're doing the things that work, and others are there to support you and they want to see you win. They give their best for you so you can win and so you all win because they know you'll take them to another degree of success. They know you'll help them win as well. So if you want to make more money, maybe you want to support your family better, maybe you want to have more time, more success in your business, or just more purpose in your life. If you want to give back, have more fun and more time for what you love, book a call with me down there below. Click the link. I'm happy to give you some of my time. Let's develop a strategy for you for massive, massive success. I'll see you on the other side. My name is James Robert Elliott. Thanks for letting me do what I love. I hope you enjoyed this. And click the link. What have you got to lose? Has it been working for you so far? Doing this on your own or doing it the way you've been doing it? Let's give you an upgrade, a massive upgrade, and have you fluent with these 6 pillars to take you as far as you need to go. I'm James Robert Elliott. Talk to you soon. I'll see you on the other side.